Hi, Tracy here with BibleJournalingMinistries.com, and today we're doing a Bible journaling entry in Nehemiah. The products that I'm using today are going to be the Mark 2:17 kit from our store called I Came to Call the Sinners. Basically, this is designed for Mark 2:17, but I'm going to use it in Nehemiah. The reason why I'm going to use it in Nehemiah is you'll find out in just a minute. But this one is kind of our Halloween fall themed kit, and it was really around the theme of Jesus who basically was eating and dining with what the Pharisees would call, the unclean or the sinners. And so they were upset about that, and Jesus comes and he tells them, look, he says, those who are healthy have no need for a physician, but those who are sick. I came not to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance. So he's basically saying, look, I'm here to help. I'm here to save. And so don't, you need to be in the world, basically, is what he was saying. And so I love how Jesus likes, he just goes out and he does things against the grain of the Pharisees, and he tries, he tries to bring his sheep to him. And I love that. And so I thought this was a great kit to create for that. And so the little girl has a little pumpkin with a cross on it. You've got, obviously Black Cat and some pumpkins with crosses. You've got your Mark 2:17 verse here. Then you also have some of these letters. These are an alphabet of pumpkins with some different like hexagons and some little shapes and banners. It says grateful for him. I'm probably going to use this page for this journal, but we'll see. No, maybe not. I think I will use the girl. I just think this girl is so super cute that I'll probably use her in the journaling. And then I have these really fun kind of fall stickers. Now our kits are PDF, so what I have done here, you can see I have like little registration marks. I use a Silhouette Cameo to cut my stickers out, and that just means, I can basically print and then I trace around the images, and then I can just print things out and they become stickers. You can just see that they're stickers here. And it's just easier for me to Bible journal with, but you can print these out on vellum, on anything. You can print them out on clear sticker paper, especially if you're using scissors to cut, which I do as well. Vellum works good, as well as tissue paper. So that is the kit that I'm going to use, but I also wanted to share with you that I will be using letters. Now, some of the letters that we have in the store this is kind of a brand new release that I wanted to share with you. These are our polka dot letters, and they come in four different packs. And you have a neutrals pack. In the neutrals pack you get the black, the brown, gray. You get kind of a fall or dark green, and then you get the white. In the primary kit, that's this one, and each kit comes with 5 that you can print out. And you're going to love these because I love them so much, because here's what I do, guys. Again, I print them out on stickers. I trace them with my Silhouette, and then they become stickers. So they're just letters, and I never have to buy an alphabet ever again. So, for what this sheet of sticker paper costs me, plus the file, these can be anywhere probably close to 10 to 15 cents for a whole sheet of stickers instead of, $2 at the store. So the primary kit has blue, it has a lighter green, it's got orange, it's got red, which is perfect for Christmas, and then it has yellow. So these are awesome, and I can definitely tell you for sure you will see some projects with red and green coming up for Christmas from me. So that's fun, and that's the primary kit. Then we have the pastels. I'm going to show you real quickly the pastel colors. We have the blue, baby blue. We have a lighter green. We have the pink. We have a darker pink, and then we have a lighter yellow. So that's the pastel colors. And then lastly, we have what I call fun colors. Now for fun colors, all of these include 5, but for the fun colors, I am throwing in a bonus one because I couldn't decide which one to give you. So you got both. So I decided to do the darker like a nice blue. It's not the dark blue, but it's a nice blue. It's kind of a fun blue. The cute magenta or pink. Then you have the purple, and you have the lighter purple, and you have almost a salmon here, and then you have the teal. So instead of getting 5 with the other kits, you're going to get 6 with the fun kit. So I hope that you enjoy these stickers, and I would love to see what you create with them. And again, if you print them out on clear sticker paper, you don't have to worry about, you just can cut them out as squares. You don't have to cut them out exactly along the lines, because that would take forever, and who would want to do that? So if you do buy these and you're not going to be using a tool like I have, then you can just take scissors, and then you can just literally just cut them like this. And if you're using clear sticker paper, you would just cut them up like square. And then the paper would just disappear into the background. So you would just end up with, basically red with the polka dots being clear if you're using clear. I hope that makes sense. But you should feel free to do whatever you want with the printables. That's what they're there for. They're there for you to have fun with it and grow in the word creatively. So let's go ahead and get started on our journaling entry. I am going to be using, we're in the book of Nehemiah. So Nehemiah, what's so funny is because I opened up my Bible to read today, and this is obviously not August 14th today. But I was actually looking for, because this is a book that is a one-year Bible, so it's meant to be read on the day of, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do a journaling entry in this book because I wanted to use Proverbs 31, so I was looking for Proverbs 31, and it's hard to find them in this kind of year Bible, but I kept flipping through it because, Proverbs would be like, here's Psalms, and then the next day there would be Proverbs, and I was trying to find Proverbs 31, so I kept flipping through the book, because you have to basically look to see when it's coming, because there isn't a lot of, it's not a Bible you can just turn to find the right chapter. So as I was looking for Proverbs 31, I just stumbled along Nehemiah, and I started reading it, just glancing at it first, and then I said, oh, well, it's October, and it just said October 9th, and actually today is October 9th. So I was like, oh, that's interesting that my Bible would say October 9th. Maybe I should read this. So then I started reading Nehemiah, and I couldn't stop, because what happened was I read on October 31st, it says the people assembled again, and this time they fasted, and then they sprinkled dust on their heads, and then they, read the word, or the book of the law, basically, and then they basically, started giving praise to God. And I was like, well, what were they doing on October 31st? Because historically, my experience with at least the Christian community and October 31st is sometimes a little bit not welcoming of that day, because it's Halloween, and sometimes people are like, you can't celebrate Halloween, and I would just encourage you, if you do have people that say that to you, that you don't have to celebrate Halloween, but I would encourage you not to set aside a day for the devil in your mind. So October 31st is just a day. Most people celebrate that day as Halloween. I do not celebrate that day as a celebration towards the devil or to evil. I celebrate that day because it's fun, and because I like to get out in my community and hang out with people, and so it allows me a great excuse to go be out in the community and love on other people. And so that's what I would encourage you to do always in October 31st. But I found that interesting. So long story long, sorry about this long story before I get Bible journaling. When I started reading this, then I went to my study Bible, and this is kind of my process. Sometimes it takes a longer time to do Bible journaling, and I just started reading about Nehemiah, and just his journey to help rebuild the wall of Jerusalem, and how he was a cupbearer, and then he became the governor, and then they started building a wall, and then there was a lot of people were upset about the wall, and opposition started happening. And so there's so much in this book that I hope that you will take a moment to read it, because there's sections in here where he's helping the poor, and he gets people who have lent money to like forgive the interest on the money, which is interesting, you know. And then, you know, obviously he becomes the governor as well of Jerusalem. And then there's, you know, there's just a lot of conflict and people coming back to Jerusalem. There's just a lot in here. And there's a whole celebration where Ezra comes in and starts reading the word, and then people are like excited, because what happens is the Levites come in and then they start educating people beyond just the law. So here's the law, and then the Levites say, and this is kind of how it applies to your life, kind of what pastors do for us at church. So I found that to be really interesting too. So there's so much fun in this. So I could go on forever, but I would encourage you to go read the book of Nehemiah when you get a chance. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and do the journaling entry. And the entry that I'm going to do is in Nehemiah chapter 9, and it's going to be around verse 5-ish, 5, 6. And it says, "May your glorious name be praised, may it be exalted above all blessing and praise. You alone are the Lord. You made the skies and heavens and all the stars." So I thought it'd be cool to kind of do a nighttime starry night kind of thing. So I'm going to go ahead and place something to protect my Bible. I'm going to grab a mat. I am not going to use gesso because I'm going to use Gelatos instead. And I'm going to use, to spread my Gelatos, I'm going to use a baby wipe. But you can also, I tend to not use baby wipes unless I'm kind of in a hurry. And I'm kind of in a more of a hurry today because I spent a lot of time reading the word. And now I'm just going to do a quick journaling entry so that I can go eat dinner with my family. I think they're all going to be waiting on me. So this one's going to be a quick entry. So I'm just right now cutting up my baby wipe to make it easy to grab and go. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing I did is I just used some Gelatos. I have Black Hole, Metallic Blueberry, which I used very little of, cotton candy, and lemon. I love lemon. Lemon's my favorite. So all I'm going to do to move the Gelatos around is just take my little baby wipe here and then just start moving the gelato around. I'm going to try not to hit any of the color quite yet. I'm going to start with yellow first. And I'm just going to move that and make kind of this is kind of a starry night sort of theme. Although I probably will, you know, we'll see how this goes. But I started out with a star. Let's just say I started out with a starry night theme. Whether or not it becomes a starry night at the end is another thing altogether. But at least we have intention. So to create the kind of sky movement, I'm just taking my baby wipe and I'm just going along the lines that I drew and just smearing them out. That's all I'm doing. I'm not even changing the size of my baby wipe because I'm kind of getting all these colors to mix together. And I'm just going in that motion to kind of make that sky just kind of move. And that's kind of what that painting, you know, represents to me, is just that movement and beauty of the night, which it is beautiful. God made it. It is beautiful. And, you know, it says, "You alone, Lord, you've made the skies and heaven and all the stars." And that's what I'm trying to show. Like, this is what God made, and it's beautiful. And I'm going to do my best to have a journaling entry that looks awesome enough to kind of represent that. Okay, I need to add just a little more color to this, And so what I'll do is come in with a little more blue. Let me see if I can get a darker blue here. Like this is a nice blue. Let's see what I have. I have blueberry and boysenberry. Let's go ahead and use those two as well and see what we get. Alright, just want to give you a quick view of the other side. It looks great. There's not a lot that came through. What came through was because of my sloppy practice of moving my craft mat. I moved my craft mat down and painted this side, and then you see a little bit here. So, you know, gelatos are perfect for Bible journaling. I certainly love them. So I've got a little bit of wrinklage, but that will come out over time. And the next thing I want to do is go ahead and add some of the white to the paintings. And I'm going to use, this is called a Uniball Signo pen, and I'm just going to draw just that flowiness of what Van Gogh has in his paintings. So I'm going to do that myself. Okay, I'm pretty happy with the flow that I have going on, the little white lines that I made to kind of replicate what Van Gogh did in his painting. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a little bit of orange to the dot, to the middle, I'm sorry, a little orange dot to the middle of these stars to kind of just make them a little more interesting. And then I'm going to add the stickers and I'm going to call it a day. Alright, here we are on the final, and if you're doing this along with me, you can go ahead and date yours. I never really date mine because, I don't know, it's just more important for me. I guess if someone were to look at it, they might wonder what day it was when I did the journaling, so you can definitely date yours. I really don't just date mine because I just don't do it. I guess it's a preference thing. But anyways, I'm happy with the way it turned out. I love the new kit that we created, and I really hope that you're able to dive into Nehemiah, you able to read the story there, and then go out in October 31st and go make some new friends and share the love of our Lord with them. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I would love to read them. And as usual, have a wonderful day. And thank you so much for joining me here on BibleJournalingMinistries.com.